Hey guys, today's video is going to be about tips to help you keep your foot and ankle healthy. Hey everyone, it's me, Dr. Nooreen, your resident foot and ankle specialist, and welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, so we're gonna dive right into it today. I'm gonna list out some tips for you guys that'll help you keep your foot and ankle healthy. All right, tip number one. When you're in the shower, actually take soap and water and wash your feet. Make sure you're washing in between your toes as well. You'd be surprised how many people don't actually wash their feet. Some people think that the running water and soap from the rest of your body is enough to wash your feet as it flows off of your body, but it's really not. That skin on your foot and ankle needs to be washed just like the skin anywhere else on your body. So make sure you're using soap and water physically on your feet, especially between those toes. Tip number two. After your shower or after you're swimming or after any time your feet are wet, make sure you dry them really well, especially again in between your toes, because your toes are places where fungus can grow, because fungus likes warm, dark, moist environments to grow in, and that's exactly what can happen in between your toes if you allow that environment to develop. And if you allow the environment to develop, you could then develop fungus in between your toes, and nobody wants that. So make sure after your shower, you dry off your foot and ankle completely, and make sure you're getting in between your toes as well. Doing that will also help prevent something called maceration, which is this fancy doctor talk for wet skin. So sometimes people can get really sweaty in between their toes, or they don't completely dry off in between their toes, and then that skin can start to get really wet and start to break down, and then that could be another way for fungus to penetrate your skin, and nobody wants that. Tip number three is cut your toenails straight across. Don't curve into the edges of your toes, because that'll help prevent ingrown toenails. And if you want more information on ingrown toenails, go check out my ingrown toenail video. Tip number four is don't cut your cuticles, because your cuticle is a natural barrier that doesn't allow bacteria and fungus to penetrate deeper into your body. So when you cut off your cuticle, you're literally cutting off a barrier to a potential source of infection. And if you're someone who doesn't like the look of cuticles, instead of cutting them, what you can do is just push them back so that you get that kind of elongated look of a nail that some people like, but you're still leaving that barrier intact. Tip number five, you guys, and this is something I say on my channel all the time. Make sure you stretch and subscribe, but make sure you stretch out those calf muscles, because so much of foot and ankle pathology comes from a tight gastric soleus muscle belly or a tight calf muscle. If you watch any of my other videos, I probably say this in almost all of them, and it's really important that you make sure you stretch out your calves. Tip number six, you guys, is to make sure you're wearing good shoes and orthotics 95% of the time. Good shoes and orthotics will help make sure that your foot and ankle is in the right anatomical position and that it can function the way that it's supposed to function biomechanically, so that you can reduce the amount of stress and strain that goes through your bones and your tendons and your ligaments in your foot and ankle, so that hopefully you don't develop pain with your foot and ankle. So another thing I always say on my channel, make sure you have good shoes and good arch support. All right, you guys, that was today's video. Some really quick general tips for keeping your foot and ankle healthy. If you guys have any questions at all or anything you'd like me to talk about, please leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to stretch and subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.